Sunsets low, hey, you know you should stay for the night. What you think? One more drink while we sit by the bonfire. 'Cause this might be love. It's a feeling that I can't get rid of. So just take my hand, 'cause you know I don't wanna play pretend. Stay with me, take a chance, baby, roll the dice. Gotta give me some love, 'cause when I'm with you I'm in paradise. You know how to make me feel alive. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. You gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Let's go!
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Either way, I'm so happy to have you here on my channel, and I hope this video brings you tons of clean and motivation. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, but we're jumping right in here in my kitchen. Sometimes I like to change it up a bit and do laundry in different places, and on this day, I had been doing some laundry in the kitchen while talking to Johnny, so I'm just gonna finish putting everything that needs to be hung up on hangers and clear this table off so I can wipe everything down.
We got the moonlight shining bright as we drive down the avenue. 'Cause this might be love. It's a feeling that I can't get rid of. So just take my hand. I wanna be with you until the end. Stay with me, take a chance, baby, roll the dice. Gotta give me some love, 'cause when I'm with you I'm in paradise. You know how to make me feel alive. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah.
It's probably no surprise that I'm using my favorite method, daily wood cleaner, to wipe down our kitchen table. This stuff smells incredible, and it also cleans wood really well, so I cannot get enough of this stuff. I've talked about it a million times. I'm gonna share a little gadget with y'all that has been saving me so much time in my cleaning routine, and that is the eufy Robovac X8. This Robovac has twin turbine technology, and it's the first dual cyclone technology in robot vacuum cleaners with an 80% increase in airflow for your house's deepest clean. It has iPath laser navigation, which brings cleaning your house to the next level. The Robovac X8 learns your house environment and builds a real-time map to clean in a systematic path, providing a much more efficient cleaning process. It has multi-floor mapping and storage for up to 5 floors, zone cleaning, and targeted spot cleaning. If you have pets, this is the Robovac for you because it has 57% improvement of hair cleaning ability. We do not have any pets, as most of you know, but we do have 2 little boys that really know how to make some serious messes around our house. And one thing that I've really loved about this Robovac is it does a great job at picking up any large debris on the floor. You could see there it was picking up some spilled cereal with ease. And another thing that I love is that it works really great on all of our area rugs throughout our home. So that's really great because you're not constantly having to go pick it up and put it back on the hardwood from getting hung up on any of the rugs or anything like that. We are just in a extremely busy phase of life at this point. Like, our kids are getting older, they're involved in a lot of stuff, and we have a lot going on. So I'm not gonna lie, there's days where like I really need to clean my kitchen and I really need to clean the floor, but I don't always have time to do both. And so in the past I've had to choose, like, okay, I have this amount of time and this is what I'm gonna have to get taken care of today. I'll have to do the rest later. So what I've been loving is I can either like turn this on and then start cleaning my kitchen and it cleans the floor while I'm cleaning everything else, or I can just knock out as much cleaning as I possibly can and then turn this on as we're headed out the door, and it takes care of all the mess in the floor for me, which is a huge lifesaver having light floors like we do, because these floors show everything. I love the way they look when they're clean, but let me tell you, I despise them when they're dirty, because you can see every little mark, every crumb, anything that's dropped on the floor or spilled, you can see it. And this little Robovac has really helped keep the floors in check for us. It also maneuvers so easily around all of our dining chairs. You can see here it is in our rec room going around the eating area in here. You can control everything from the app on your phone, and it also has a 2.5-hour battery life. I kind of feel like it's part of my job here on YouTube to try out new cleaning products and tools for you guys, and I can honestly say that I would highly recommend this. It does such a good job. It picks up so much dirt from all over my house, and it's really saved me so much time in my cleaning routine. I will have the eufy Robovac X8 linked in the description box below, as well as instructions on how you can save $200 on your purchase, so definitely make sure to check that out, and thank you so much to eufy for sponsoring this video. Now we're making our way into our rec room, and you might notice something different about this space. We finally got our new wall art hung up on the wall. I ordered this in like August of last year, I think, and we finally got it in recently, and one of our good friends helped Johnny hang it up just a couple of days ago. So I'm so happy to finally have it up in this space. It's exactly what I was wanting for in here. But the couch is so filthy. The kids eat in here all the time. We all do, honestly, and it's not that big of a deal. I used to worry a lot more about it, but now that I have my little cleaning machine, or my little green machine as it's called, it just makes it so much easier to get it back to normal. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm showing you some close-ups of all of these spots because I know sometimes it's hard to see it from far away, but I'm bringing out my little green machine. I used my Oxy cleaner in it, like the Oxy spot and stain cleaner. We're also going to be tackling the ottoman because it's pretty gross too, but I want you guys to wait for the after of the water from this thing. You can see it's full of water now and it's crystal clear, and you guys are not going to believe how disgusting the water was when I was finished. Okay, this is so random, but I have got to tell y'all about what happened to me a couple of nights ago. So Johnny and Mason were at baseball practice, and they knew they were going to be there until like 8:30 or 9 o'clock that night. And Gaines had just got home from my parents' house, and he had eaten dinner at their house. So I decided that I was going to order me some Chipotle to be delivered for dinner. And so we Doordash a lot, okay, like more than I would like to admit. So we're very familiar with how it works. And I always just choose for it to be left at the door. And then I also write in the little note section that they can just leave the food on the front porch. And that's what they always do. So whenever they leave it and they back out of our driveway, I go outside and get the food. So this night I did nothing different. I chose for it to be left at the door and wrote the same thing in the little description box. And when the man got to our house to deliver it, he didn't go to our front door like they typically do. He came to our side door, which is the rec room, and that's where Gaines and I were at. So I'm sure he could see us in there because our door is glass and everything, but he knocks on the door and I noticed that he's not leaving. He's standing there with the food holding it. And so I went over our little voice comm on the doorbell and I told him, you know, thank you so much. You can just leave the food on the steps. And he said, okay. Well, then he ends up ringing the doorbell a couple of minutes later and he's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't leave your food outside. I have to physically hand it to you. So I told him, well, I chose for it to be left at the door and wrote that in the little note section. And he said, well, I see where you wrote that, but unfortunately it's a company policy and we have to hand it to you. And I said, well, I'm sorry, you know, I can't come to the door. And he said, well, is somebody gonna come down and get it? And I said, "No, sir, I would really appreciate it if you would just leave it on the steps." And he just proceeded to say, "It's a company policy. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I'm not allowed to. So if you don't, come to the door and let me hand it to you, then I have to return your food." And I said, "Well, I completely understand if you have to do that," because at this point I started getting really uncomfortable because we DoorDash enough to know that they're fine with leaving your food on the porch, or at least they always have been for us. So I started getting very nervous. So I ended up telling him, if you need to take the food, that's fine, but I'm not going to come to the door. So he proceeded to leave with my food, and I wait for like an hour. Well, first of all, he texted me afterwards, and he's like, "I'm sorry about our conversation, but it's a company policy. I can't leave your food outside." So I didn't respond to his text message, and I wait like an hour thinking, I'll probably get some type of email from Chipotle like saying that your order's been canceled or returned or refunded or something like that. And I never heard anything from them. So I just drove to the local Chipotle and I told them what happened. First of all, they were super shocked because they said they had never heard of any such policy. And also they were shocked because they said the man never returned my food. So he kept my food and the tip and everything and just never notified them that I didn't receive it. So the next day, it was still bothering me pretty bad. So I ended up reaching out to Doordash, which they handle all of Chipotle's deliveries, by the way, if y'all didn't know that. Even if you order it through the Chipotle app, it still goes straight to Doordash. But I reached out to Doordash, and then they reached out to Chipotle and got them on the phone with us. And I was on the phone with them for like an hour and a half. And they basically said there is no such policy. They pulled my order. They said that everything on his end showed for him to leave the food outside and that he should have followed through with the instructions, and they have no idea why he was trying to get me to come to the door and why he wouldn't just leave it. So they ended up deciding to file a report on the driver, which also makes me a little bit nervous because, this guy knows where I live. He knows my name. He knows my phone number because he was texting me. So I don't know, but they said they felt like a report definitely needed to be filed because there was just no explanation to him trying to make me come to the door whatsoever. This man might have been completely innocent and meant no harm, but it made me very uncomfortable, and both companies seemed to think that it was very, very odd as well. So I'm just sharing this with you guys just so you know, in case you ever get put in a situation like this, you do not have to open the door for any type of food delivery, but especially through Doordash. So just always be very careful. Make sure your doors are locked when you order things like that, and also just follow your gut feeling always. I had to leave after cleaning the couch that night to take Mason to a catcher's clinic for baseball. So it's now the next morning, and while I was getting ready to start my cleaning, I was making some coffee, and I thought I would share how I make it because I do get questions about this all the time on Instagram. So I have this Keurig K-Cafe coffee maker, and I'll have that linked below. I always put 1 scoop of Vital Proteins collagen peptides in my coffee. I have went without this, and then I've used it consistently as well, and I notice a big difference in my hair and skin whenever I make sure to take this. I use a little bit of almond milk and then some Silk almond milk vanilla coffee creamer. Just a little bit, and it makes the perfect amount of a little bit of sweetness, but not too sweet because I don't like my coffee super sweet. And then also I was packing Mason's lunch because before I could start my cleaning, I had to get him off to school. And I talked briefly about these little sandwich cutters in my last video, but I thought I would show you guys how easy they actually are to use. So my kids are obsessed with Nutella sandwiches. You could definitely make something a little bit more healthy, but all you do is just press the little cutter down into the bread. Then you're going to remove the crust, and then you press this final piece in to seal it, and you have a perfect little homemade Uncrustable. My kids love these and take them every day in their lunch. I was also giving the kids their vitamin, and I thought I would share these as well because I know how hard it can be to find a good vitamin that your kids like and that's actually beneficial to them, and we love these. Now that the couch has dried overnight, I'm just going to get everything put back together. I'm placing a few little decor pieces back on the coffee table, and now I'm going to add back on the pillows. For the most part, I'm keeping the same pillows, but I am adding this new one that I just recently picked up. I got it from HomeGoods, but I've seen it a lot on TJ Maxx website as well, so if I can find the link to it, I'll have that linked below. But definitely check out TJ Maxx and HomeGoods for throw pillows. They always have such good deals. The couch was smelling really fresh and good, but to make this room smell incredible, I'm gonna add a little mixer melt to my wax warmer. This is in the same scent as the Diva laundry detergent that you guys know I'm obsessed with, and it makes your whole house smell so good. Now we're gonna wipe down the bar area in the rec room, and I'm using the Jaws multi-purpose cleaner.
Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while. A simple question, can I get closer? Just for motivation. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while. A simple question, can I get closer? Just for motivation. Life is hard the way it is, but with you it's easier. Follow me into the night, without you I'm falling deeper.
We have this little mini fridge under the bar here in our rec room, and this is where we keep all of our drinks. Our fridge in our kitchen just isn't really big enough to hold all of our drinks and food, and we like to stay pretty stocked up for all of our guests and kids that come in and out and stuff like that. So I had quite a bit of drinks over here that needed to be restocked, so that's what I'm gonna do now.
A simple question, can I get closer? Just for motivation. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while. A simple question, can I get closer? Just for motivation. My motivation.
Now I'm moving to the other side of the room where we keep our Peloton and our tonal. This stuff can get pretty icky if we don't keep it wiped down often, especially with Johnny using it because he sweats so much. So I'm just taking some Clorox wipes and I'm gonna wipe everything down really good, including the mat underneath the back. We've had our Peloton for over a year now, and Johnny and I both love it so much. He uses it a lot more consistently than I do, but I've recently started using it a lot more and I'm trying to do better. We both really enjoy it though, and I would love for you guys to leave me your favorite Peloton instructor in the comments below if you have one. Also, we recently got the tonal just a few months ago, and I felt like that would be more for Johnny than it would be me because I just felt like it would be too hard and I wouldn't really be able to keep up. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hard and there's some really hard stuff on there, but I have been loving it so much more than I thought I would, so I'm very excited to have it in this room as well.
This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. Promises
also had my eufy vacuum going in this room while I was cleaning it today, and once again, I was blown away at everything that it picked up off the floor.
This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together.
Jumping right into the mess in the kitchen, or starting off with the dishes. I had enough to probably load the dishwasher twice, but I packed everything in there as much as I could, and then I'm gonna hand wash the few things that didn't fit.
This is the hard way. I'm not heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard at night. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. Turning up the stereo in a place I didn't know till now. In a different part of town, I see new colors as the sun goes down. No, it doesn't even matter to me where I go, just feel I need to take a ride. I don't know when I'll get back, keep on going and relax tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. I'm not heading for the stars, driving down this boulevard tonight. Yeah. Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
gonna dry the dishes that I washed and put them away so that I can wipe off the counters. But while I have this on my mind, I thought I would bring this up again because I had so many conversations with you guys a few videos ago when I brought up the allergic reactions that Gaines has been having. So if you missed that video, I was just saying that he's been having these reactions basically almost every time he goes outside, that his eyes get really red, they swell up, they start burning and itching, and then several times he's even gotten covered in hives, like all over his body. So we've been having to do Zyrtec and Benadryl and antihistamine eye drops and all this stuff for weeks now, and it is not getting any better. It's honestly getting worse by the day. So we finally got him in with an allergist, and he goes on the 10th of this month to get allergy testing. So I'm very anxious and nervous to find out what all is going on, but I'm also like going to be so relieved when I hopefully find out what's causing it, because it's just so confusing. There's even days where he doesn't really go outside that much and it still hits him. Like today, he's basically been in the house all day and his little eyes look terrible. It's so bad. It's so uncomfortable for him. So I'm so anxious to see what that says, and I'll keep you guys updated as we find out. One of my favorite things to do once I get my kitchen clean is turn on my diffuser. I love to diffuse some essential oils and just make my house smell extra fresh. Today I'm using a few drops of spearmint oil. This is one of my favorite essential oils for just a really fresh, clean smelling house. I cannot get enough of it, and my kids love it too. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out the eufy Robovac X8. I'll have it linked in the description box below, and I will see you all in the next one.